Hey gamers, it's Kristin and I have a haul video for you guys today. Most of these things are things that I have purchased myself, and I have just a couple of things that I will show at the end that were sent to me for PR. So let's just jump in and see what I picked up. So I went to Ulta with a friend of mine and I was just going in with her and I ended up with all of these things. I had no list, there was no reason, but it'd been a really long time since I'd kind of gotten to go in, look at things, play with things, that sort of thing. So I'm excited. Some of these things I'm really excited about. So I'm going to start with actually one of the products that's on my lips, or the product that is on my lips. I purchased two from this line. And it's the Smashbox Always On Metallic Mattes. This is the shade in So Jelly. I got this one not only because I liked the shade, but because that's the line in Pitch Perfect 2 where Anna Carrick says, "I am so not jelly." I think it was her. I don't know. Anyway, one of them says that and Bob finds that absolutely hysterical. So I just had to buy this one. And it's just a beautiful like fuchsia shade. It is what I'm wearing, but I'll give you a big old swatch of it as well. And then the other shade I got is Maneater. I had this on in a post the other day on Instagram and had lots of compliments on it. I love the shade. So this is the first day I'm wearing So Jelly, so I can't speak to that one, but I love the shade in Maneater. It's just a beautiful red. And they are matte yet somewhat metallic. It's very interesting. But I felt like Maneater wore off a lot more quickly than some other liquid lipsticks. And liquid lipsticks aren't always my favorite, but I was so curious about the metallic matte part of this that I really wanted to try them. So we'll see. I'm a little, like I said, I'm a little disappointed. I'm letting this one dry and then I'll show you again. So that those are dry, and can you see that they still have a little bit of, I don't know. It's just, oh well, let me dry a little bit more. Even though I can still see it's a little bit wet on either end, but in the middle there, you can really see that it still has, it's very interesting. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I was walking down the one section. I always check out the Pure line. They have sent me a couple of things in the past kind of randomly, but I haven't gotten any PR from them in a really long time. So my point is that this doesn't affect anything. So I purchased two palettes. One is a cheek palette. This is called the Pure 4-in-1 Blush Book. I find it interesting that these pull out. I don't know exactly why you would want them to pull out, but I find it interesting that they do. So you can see it's the Determined has some sheen to it, and I think Loyal has some sheen, and then the Passionate and Honest are matte, if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna kind of swat. I wanted to show you guys like this, and then I'm gonna just run my finger all around the whole. I'll do my best to get all of, you know what I mean, like all of the shades. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying here. All right, so this one is Honest, Determined, Passionate, and Loyal. So that's Honest, Determined, Passionate, and Loyal. And I just thought that was a nice, you know, it's kind of a travel palette. It's kind of big for me. I wouldn't personally pack this for, you know, one of my 1 or 2 night sort of things. But if I was going away for a week, I would consider that. This one has some real serious sheen to it. But I think if you stayed, if you stayed more towards this, or you could use it as a topper over a bronze or something like that, I think that would be pretty. So I'm happy with how these have swatched, and I've applied one of them and I was happy with how it applied. So far so good on that. Then the other palette I purchased from them is the Visionary palette. And again, these shades come out, these pop out as well. This makes more sense to me. You could put other, you know, like other shadows in there that you would like. So like for me, there's no brow bone color in here. I could take out probably one of these shades, put a brow bone color in there, but I've used this once. I used it on a live and I was a little bit disappointed in how it blended, but I only used 2 shades, these 2 right here. And I did say in that live it could have been the brushes that I used versus the product, so I need to do a lot more testing, but let me give you some swatches here. So that's Leader, Dreamer, Girl Boss, and Innovator, Optimist, Rebel, Icon, and Role Model, Tycoon, CEO, Idealist, and Pioneer. And then there they are all swatched together. The only one that swatched kind of iffy was Rebel. You can see that right there. But then another matte in the shade, which was Tycoon, that swatched beautifully. So we'll see. There's some really pretty shades here. It's I don't know, it just interests me. It didn't look exactly like all the other palettes that have come out lately. I don't know. For some reason I was drawn to it and I was like, what the heck? I kind of steered clear of the ones everybody's been talking about, I guess, and picked out some different ones. So, and then the next palette that I purchased, you guys know that I love these by Tarte. This is called the Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. And again, I don't know, it kind of had a Naked 3 feel to it, which I didn't like the Naked 3 at all. But then it seemed to have a little twist on that or something. I don't know. But I thought this would be a great travel palette. So this is Magic, Mystical, Wish, and Gossamer. Frolic, Twinkle, Filter, and Wonder. I love that this palette has a dark brown, a nice transition shade, and a brow bone shade. You guys know that I'm a sucker for a palette with those. And the last two are Giggle and Nope, Lies. This is Whimsical and this is Giggle. And so there are all those shades. I would say, again, the darker mattes didn't swatch super well. I have used this once and I felt like they worked better. You can kind of see those ones kind of look a little iffy. So we'll see. And I don't know, I will try to note, but I'm going to assume that this is limited edition. I tend to not buy, as you guys know, a lot of limited edition products, but I feel like this one, these are both looked permanent, by the way. But I don't know, I really have always loved these, and I don't know. I just decided to buy it. I purchased one of these from Ulta. This is like a $2 or $3 pencil sharpener. I purchased it for my travel bag, and I love it so much that I'm replacing this beat up used. This was from Rite Aid. I loved this, but the plastic part came off of it, and I think, yep, I just dropped more little shavings out of it. So I needed to get a new one, and like I said, I'd been happy with this travel one, so I have to take, oh, I can't get this off. That's gonna drive me crazy. So anyway, random information about a pencil sharpener, but hey, it works really well. So why buy the one, like the Urban Decay one I used to love, but that's like $18. This was like a couple of dollars. So they had the Fix Plus with scents out. So I had heard some good things about the one with lavender in it, and I don't know. I actually bought it sight unsmelled. Let's just see. Oh yeah, it is delightful and lavendery, but not overly so. If it's really lavendery, then that's not my favorite thing. So I got one of those, and I think I'm down to just Charge Water. I didn't have a Fix Plus in my collection anymore. So, all right, another MAC item that I purchased. I've heard about this so long, and I had no business buying this, by the way. I have so much MAC items that I need to back to MAC. If you're not familiar with that, back to MAC is a program where you can save like your lipstick containers or like plastic things that you get from MAC. And if you take, I think it's 6 of them in, then you can into a MAC. If it's not like a MAC freestanding store, like a MAC and a Macy's, you can only get lipsticks. But if you take it to a MAC store, you can get an eyeshadow or lipstick or lip gloss, I think, if I remember right. Anyway, I had no business buying this because I have a ton of things to back to MAC. But I bought it, and it's Velvet Teddy. I've heard so much about this. I don't remember the last time I purchased a MAC lipstick that wasn't like a repurchase, but so yeah, Velvet Teddy. We'll see what I think. And that is is it a satin? Nope, it's a matte. It is a matte, so we shall see. I've always been a fan and will always be a fan of MAC lip products. I think they have some really, really great lip products out there. All right, let me get this off of my hand here. Then a couple of sort of random things. I came across the Revolution Beauty section at Ulta. I'm gonna get this plastic thing off of here. And I thought, well, I haven't had a chance. I think that Emily has a video out and I just haven't had a chance to watch it, so I don't know whether this is good or bad. But this is the Revolution Conceal and Define. I got the shade in C2. And oh my goodness, that is a ginormous, what does Emily call that? A buck foot or something like that? I can't remember. She calls it something funny. Anyway, there is the shade. So I think it seems like it has feels like it has a nice consistency. And let me spread it out so you guys can see. I feel like it has some decent coverage. So I'm hoping that I'll like that under my eyes. We shall see about that. And then I've been told a bunch of times that I need to try this mascara, and I'm pretty much down to the last of my mascaras finally. So this is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara. So grab that. And then this I've heard absolutely not a single person talk about. This is the Ulta Beauty Fresh Face Micellar Cleansing Water. And I thought, what the heck, we will see. It was, I want to say $10, $9, something like that. I'll link it below. So I want to see how it compares, if I like it as well as the Bioderma. Right now I'm using the IT Miracle Water, and I really like that. I would venture to say I think that takes off my eye makeup a little bit better than Bioderma and doesn't do anything crazy to my eyes. I would venture to say that. But anyway, so we're going to try this one, and then I may kind of do a rundown. I have used the Garnier one, and I like that as well, but I've heard that there's some not good things in that. So anyway, I put this in here, and I'm going to stick this somewhere in the video. I had already finished everything, and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to show you guys this. I just wanted to show you. I thought this was so stinking cute. You see this? This is like one of those little, you can put like wine in it, but it's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can put whatever you want. As I drop it, you could put a cocktail in there, whatever your little heart desires, but it has a little thing up here. You could do coffee too, I think, but I prefer a handle with my coffee. Anyway, I got this at Hobby Lobby. I walked by it and I was like, I think I need to have that. So I just thought I would show you guys that. It was $13.99, which I would never pay, but you know, you can, at Hobby Lobby, you can go online and find your 40% off one item, and I didn't need anything else there. Again, I was shopping with a friend, so yes, this is my little mug with eyelashes on it that I got at the Hobby Lobby. All right, last couple of things are PR. So this is, It Cosmetics sent me a box right around the 4th of July. And by the time I started to use this, it was already sold out. But I saw on their page that it may be back at the end of July. They're trying to bring it back. And this is one of their brushes. It's the Superstar Flawless Foundation Brush. So as you guys know, where did I put that? The one that they did in October of last year, I love. To my friend Tika from Totally Tika, I will list her below if you don't know her. She gave me this one, and I've used this so much. I really, really, really like this brush. So I was excited to try this one, and this one is a little bit different than that one. It has a little bit more sort of give to it. And the star feature enables you to kind of put your fingers in a really nice spot to really get that and buff that in. And like I said, it just has enough give to it that it buffs really well. I really like this brush. I'm a big fan of that. So there's that. This is the Bye Bye Pores Illumination. I've not tried this or looked at it at all. It says Radiant Translucent is the shade. I know that there's a Bye Bye Pores like regular one, but I don't think I've ever tried this one. So on the box, it says anti-aging and skin loving. It says silk, check. Hydrolyzed collagen, checked. Antioxidants, check. Peptides, check. Drops of light technology. They always say that. So I'm not sure what there is really to see aside from there is the powder. And I'm trying to see, I guess I kind of see a little bit of like glimmeriness to it, but it feels really nice. And it does kind of, you're not gonna be able to see. It does kind of add a little lightness to that area, but I can't tell if it's adding lightness because the powder has a little color to it, or if it's the drops of light technology. So I'll play with that a little bit and let you guys know. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, Becca sent me a product. I'm so bummed though, because hear this? When it came in, I was like, uh-oh. But it's just, I think that there were batteries and this was supposed to light up around here. And I like, by the way, that they have a little card here that says, don't throw me away, remove the tray, and then you can use this as like you can keep makeup in it or, you know, whatever. I think I will give this probably to my church cuties, but I like that what they've sent their product in is reusable. So what they sent here are let me see what they're actually called. The Be a Light face palettes in the light to medium and medium to deep. So I'm going to pull out the light to medium one. The medium to deep one I will probably give away. So I've seen these and I'm really excited to play with these. So it is a fairly substantial size palette. And then in this one, let me see if it tells me. It just says Brighten Powder, Blush, Contour, and Blur Powder. So this is the Blur Powder here. Let me just, trying to read upside down. So I'm sorry, this is Blur, Brighten, Contour, and Blush. Okay. I'm not sure how much, like I said, you'll be actually able to see, but that blush is stunning. Ooh, buddy. So those are like heavy-ish swatches of those, particularly the powder. I'd probably put the blush on a little bit heavier. And you're not going to really see too much in that. Let me do that contour. The only thing that I would say is that I feel like that contour bar is a little bit, or leans a little orange, but that blush, good gravy. And it doesn't say whether it's one of their blushes or not. You know what I mean? Like one of the ones you can buy on its own. So, and then I'll pull the other one out so you can see the shades in the medium to dark. So there are the shades in the medium to dark. And I think what we will do is, if you are interested in this medium to dark palette, please leave a comment below telling me that you are interested in it. You leave your normal comment and then leave the comment telling me you're interested in this. And I will, I'm putting this back in the wrong box. And I will pick a winner. And in a week from today, let's do that. A week from today, I'll pick a winner and I will get this out to you. So, since I'm clearly not going to use that one, it would be a little too dark for me. I think, my friends, that is everything. I'm just looking around here, make sure that I had quite a few things kind of, like I said, set out to the side. I walked through our makeup section in Walmart the other day and I was stunned to see e.l.f. in there. I hadn't been there in a really long time, and Milani, and there's a couple other brands I've not heard of, so I may kind of try to do that in a month and a half or so, something like that. I may kind of go through there and pick some things that I've been a little bit removed from watching videos just because of things that have been going on, so I don't know what's new and what's not, but I know what things I want to try, and hopefully they'll be interesting to you as well. Okay. With that, on my face today, I have the Dior Forever Undercover Foundation. Goodness gracious. The same Burberry powder over the top of that I've been using. On my eyes today, I just used a few shades from the Doll 10 palette. If you've not seen this one, that is it. I purchased this on QVC in case you're interested. I think they sell other places as well, but QVC is where I've seen that. For blush, I have MAC's blush in Feelin' Flush. And then again, I have the So Jelly from Smashbox on my lips. I think that's everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and in everything that you do and say, be beautiful. Bye.